River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Play action now. Mills.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Play fake. Mills.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10
at the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. Ready? 11 empty.
Burrow will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And some room to work.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. It's Boyd. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They go play action. Mills.
And that's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now. 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
3rd and short yardage. Mills gets the dump off to Pierce. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
6-0 our score after 1. Mills now from the 50. And pass complete to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A first down throw for Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll go down at the 28.
7 yards there and a first down. Off the play fake, Mills.
Steps away. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here's Pierce. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Again, it's Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Damian Pierce
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Texans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase, 70 yards, and the Bengals have retaken the lead.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On the move past the 40.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mills. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Rex Burkhead. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
First down, Mills. That's complete to Pierce. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mills to throw it. Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now Mills.
Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Texans.
John Mechie
from 8 yards out.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Escaping the pressure right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
12, 11, 11.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Throwing, Mills. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Mills now.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Mills.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
Now Mills on 4th down.
Dancing to his left.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds Howard complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
A give to Burkhead on 1st down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run with Burkhead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
To throw, Mills.
Buying time to his left. His pass caught at the 4.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. Touchdown Bengals. Hayden Hurst, 29 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On play action, Mills.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 60 yards.
And the Texans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Higgins.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. That is caught inside the 5. And the Bengals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 12. 12.
Here's Burrow.
He'll buy some time right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Look at this, a tight end carry. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Here's Mills.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake.